Have you ever tried to picture it? I mean, really picture it? 2,000 years ago, the dusty roads of Galilee, the bustling markets of Jerusalem, and in the middle of it all, a man named Jesus walking the earth. This wasn't a king in a palace. This was a carpenter's son with calloused hands and a fire in his eyes. He began to gather a group around him. Not scholars or nobles, but fishermen, a tax collector, ordinary people. Peter, Andrew, James, John. He called them and they just left their nets, left everything, and followed. Can you imagine that kind of pull? That kind of charisma? He saw something in them that no one else did, maybe that they didn't even see in themselves, and he started to teach them. Not in a formal classroom, but on hillsides, in boats, walking along the shore. He taught them about a different kind of kingdom, one built on love, forgiveness, and humility. If you ever want a front row seat to these teachings, just open the book of Matthew in the Bible. It's like a direct transcript. You've got the Sermon on the Mount, where he says things that completely flip the world on its head. Blessed are the meek, love your enemies. He tells stories, parables about lost sheep and persistent widows, making these huge divine concepts feel personal and understandable. He wasn't just giving them rules. He was showing them a new way to see God, to see each other, and to see themselves. But it wasn't just words. Words are one thing, but Jesus backed them up with action, miracles. And we're not talking small stuff. He'd be at a wedding, and when the wine runs out, a huge social disaster back, then he turns massive jars of water into the best wine anyone had ever tasted. A storm whips up on the Sea of Galilee, terrifying these experienced fishermen, and he just stands up and tells the wind and the waves to be still, and they obey. He encounters people who are blind and he gives them sight. People who are paralyzed and he tells them to get up and walk. Through every teaching, every miracle, every single interaction, he was doing one thing, spreading God's word. He was showing people what God's love looked like in the flesh. It wasn't a distant, angry force. It was a love that healed, a love that included the outcasts, a love that would sit down and eat with anyone. It was a message so powerful, so radical, that it drew massive crowds who would follow him for miles just to hear him speak. He wasn't just talking about God's word. He was God's word, walking among us, changing everything one life at a time. And that's a story that continues to echo even today.